Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I have a book review for you, and this is for the 5th book in the Enola Holmes series, which is The Case of the Cryptic Crinoline. Okay, so this one here, this one I ended up giving a 4-star to. Okay, it was very good, but just not as good as the last two that I read. So anyway, in this one we have Mrs Tupper, who goes missing. She gets kidnapped, and so Enola is obviously on the mission to save her landlord and solve the case. So all of this while obviously still on the run from her brothers Sherlock and Mycroft. Okay, now this one, the one that makes this quite different from the other ones so far, as this one has Florence Nightingale as one of the characters in the book. Okay, so it's slightly different to the other ones in the series from that aspect. Okay, because we do actually have a very important figure from history being a character in the book in this one. So overall it was done quite well. The relationship that Enola has with Mrs Tupper comes out a lot more in this, like how important she is, what a mother figure she is for her. We also learn a lot more about Mrs Tupper, because up until this point she is the landlady, obviously, but we don't really know that much more about her, and the fact that she's, you know, deaf and stuff, it limits how much we know about her, whereas in this one we discover a great deal. So yeah, quite interesting. Yeah, also the Florence Nightingale stuff, I remember studying Florence Nightingale in history at school, and I was always fascinated by the Lady of the Lamp, and this one gives a different kind of look at her. I mean, it's the fact of coded messages and things like that. There is, as far as we know, no proof that she was involved in any of that kind of stuff, but she was a remarkable lady, and this book gets a nice little glimpse into what potentially her character could have been, but then obviously it's a portrayal, so we don't know how on the head it was. Also, the thing about this book that I kept thinking was, like, God, I would have been really old back then, because obviously the books are set in the past and things when things were very different. So life expectancy, for example, was much less than it is today, and so you know, you've got these women who, if they make it over 30, then they're considered old, basically, back then. So, you know, someone who makes it to they're almost at their 50s or whatever, like, oh my god, this woman's ancient. And if they get beyond that, then it's like, it's unbelievable that they could still be alive and healthy and everything. And it's quite thought-provoking from that point of view. It's like, okay, so, you know, at what point now would you consider a woman old? I say women because obviously the book mentions a lot about, there was the whole suffragette movement and things back in the time where the books are set, and so the way that women were treated very different from how men were treated, and so obviously the expectancy as well between the two, very different. So luckily today we're making progress on equaling the field, a bit there, but you know, these things are still relevant. They're still relevant. So yeah, I'd be interested on your thoughts on this one. But anyway, that's that. That is the case of the Cryptic Crinoline. There, which I didn't know what it was before reading the book, but a crinoline is supposedly undergarments, female undergarments. Okay, the big skirt that goes under all the other skirts. They were very big on their clothes weighing like hundreds of kilograms back in the time there. And so yeah, this is a very fancy sort of underskirt thing there. So I learned something new there as well. So anyway, yes, what is the last interesting fact that you learnt through reading a fictional book? There we go, there's another question for you for today. So I learnt about women's undergarments of the past. What is that random lovely fact that you found out from reading a fiction book? Do tell me down in the comments below. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!